Hello, how are you? I am Joel and it is the new year and I went on a break and now I'm back and now I'm making videos. So what are we doing today? We're looking at season 8 of Overwatch 2. As you probably read from the title of the video, I believe at least season 8 is a waste of time. A complete waste of time. Because two things. One, the devs said that they're gonna rework ranked. That rework is coming in season 9. So season 8, as it exists right now, if you play ranked, is a waste of time. There's no point grinding. Other than, of course, improving your own skill. But where's the incentive to do so if you know your rank's gonna get reset anyway? The second thing is the fact that the balance changes in season 8. There's a lot of hefty balance changes, with the recent mid-season patch completely demolishing Mauga, buffing Sojourn, buffing Orisa, but honestly, none of that even matters. None of that matters, because specifically, the devs mentioned that they were going to do a balance overhaul as well, I believe in season 9, and with that, probably some hefty healing nerfs, or some hefty one-shot nerfs, whatever it's going to be, but there is going to be something substantial coming with the ranked reset, with the ranked overhaul in season 9. And so everything that's happening right now in season 8 literally does not matter for the longevity of the game. Maybe short term, you're literally playing the game so you feel the changes, but in season 9, all of that's going to go away, so there's no actual point. So with that said, season 8, yeah, it's a waste of time. There's no point talking about it. There's no point discussing it. That's why I haven't actually been making videos, because I thought it'd be a good opportunity to take a break before season 9 comes along. It's now the mid-season of season 8. So here I am, back again, with 5 hopes I have for Overwatch 2 in 2024. Because I believe this is something important to talk about. Not only because the entire year is going to be a challenge for the game, but it's also going to be an opportunity for the game to prove itself to the mainstream public that the game is back being good and is not something that is greedy and a result of Bobby Kotick digging his hands in, because he can't do that anymore because he's gone. He literally left. So what is my first hope for 2024? Well, the first thing I want to see is that the ranked rework in season 9, I hope it's going to be good. Now, from the looks of things, so when they showed it back in BlizzCon, it looks pretty good. It looks like the old system with a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege in it. So you still have the divisions, but now you have a progress bar. And so every time you win, you increase the progress bar, which is a good start. It is a good start to improving the ranked experience for everyone, because everyone knows how bad the card system is. The card system is horrendous. That system was designed to make each game feel less impactful, but the reality is, when you start the card, you really want to start it off on a good note. So you want to get that win, right? But then if you get a loss, you feel the loss. And then if you start winning, and then you get another loss, maybe you don't feel it that much, but then if you keep losing, each loss gets consecutively worse and worse. And so the feeling you get playing ranked worsens over time as you get deeper into the card, because you just want to get that card over and done with. And if you keep losing, you cannot renew the card, you cannot get a fresh card unless you get 15 losses, which is not the best thing to happen. I want the ranked rework to be good, and however that is, whenever that is, season 9, it's gonna be season 9. I just want it to be good. So the second thing that I'm hoping for 2024, basically, I want heroes, new heroes, to be removed out of the battle pass. There have been videos like talking about this, specifically Stylos has been talking about this, Samito made an entire video about this, but heroes in the battle pass is inherently unhealthy for the game. It's actually really bad for the game long term, because new players who choose to enter the game, they're not going to have all the heroes available. So heroes out of the battle pass, that's my number 2 hope, which I'm thinking is more of a quarter 4 kind of thing. I'm going to see that later on in the year. I'm not going to see it so soon as February, March, April. No. They're going to do that in the Timbers. Okay, they're going to do it in Timber months. But anyway, my third hope. Now, there's a lot of discussion on how to improve the gameplay loop of Overwatch, because currently fights are lasting a relatively long time. The time to kill is relatively low. There's a lot of frustrations in the balance philosophy of the game, and overall the gameplay loop isn't the best. So my solution is very simple. Just remove the passives. Just remove the passives. Remove the healing passive for supports. Remove the damage passive, the reload passive for the damage heroes. Remove the tank passive. Obviously, not all characters need to have a passive. Obviously, you can keep some of the passives. Say Reinhardt can keep his Ironclad because he used to have the passive that the tank passive has. Mercy used to have the passive that the support passive has right now. And if we remove the passives, you're gonna have to give it back to those heroes. But the fact that every single hero has this passive makes it harder to balance individual heroes because the passive is just a sheet on top of everything, and it just makes it more complex, more challenging to balance for the devs, and the devs need help in terms of balancing. They need help. So I think this would be the best antidote for helping the balance of the game, making it easier for the devs to balance the game, and improving the gameplay loop of the game. So that's my third hope. Just remove the passives. You don't need them. We do not need them. My fourth hope. Now, this is an important hope because lately there's been a trend of new heroes having very defensive mechanics. Well, defensive in terms of that's the only thing the abilities can do. Like Alari, her healing pylon, very defensive. Lifeweaver, his entire kit is defensive. Ramatra has his block. Now his other kit, like his other mode, his punch mode, his bang bang, he has the punches, very cool, very offensive, but most of the time he's just gone like this. That's not great. That is not great for the game at all. These new heroes that come out, Venture is gonna come out. They need offensive abilities, or at least choice. They need the choice in their abilities to be offensive or to be defensive, depending on the context of the situation. When I see Venture come out, I'm hoping that they have abilities that have that payoff. That's my hope for the hero design philosophy of future heroes. We'll see how that goes as the heroes get released. I'm hoping Venture is fine because Venture looks like a mix between a Reaper and a Junkrat. As odd as that sounds, because they can go under like the TP of Reaper, and then they have that draw like that. They have the thing where they go. So maybe the idea is gonna be you go in, no, you dash in, you do little damage, and then you go into the ground, and then you disappear. And then you disappear into an abyss. I don't know what I'm doing with these hand movements. Now, my fifth hope is a little out of the park, a little out of the blue, but I'm hoping that there's gonna be some sort of, how do I say, competitive plus. Competitive plus, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm thinking like not a tournament system per se, but something that entices you to be competitive in the game. Because as competitive is right now, the normal ranked mode, we're just gonna call competitive as it is now ranked. Ranked as it is, they play the game, people play the game, but they don't talk. You're not incentivized to do too much teamwork because voice chat is off by default. Text chat, they use it only to trash talk and it's kind of chaos. Okay, ranked is chaos. Despite it being the competitive mode, it is basically quick play plus. So I'm looking to create a sort of competitive plus, not an all-out tournament system, but something that incentivizes teamwork and basically forces teamwork in teams. It's good to try things that are new. It's always good to try things that are new, just to see if people like it or they dislike it. If they like competitive plus, maybe you can implement it into competitive, get rid of that other queue, and make it more mainstream, make it more of a thing where you're forced to voice chat, you're forced to do teamwork, you're forced to have fun, and you're forced to play the game properly. You're not forced, like, it's just crazy. Maybe you can introduce hero bands into it or something, I don't know. Hero bands, that's another thing, that's another discussion, but I'm not gonna go into it. That's not one of my hopes. Hero bands could be fun. We're gonna have to experiment with it, at least experiment with hero bands, okay? Because experimentation is important. And experimentation is what leads to change. Without experimentation, then you're stuck in the same game forever. And remember what Overwatch 1 was at the end of Overwatch 1? Nothing was happening. Nothing was happening. With that said, those were my 5 hopes. What a crazy video. You know, what a crazy video to start the year. I'm back. I'm going to be uploading videos. I don't know how often because I'm very lazy. But if something happens in the Overwatch sphere, I will be there to cover it. And that's basically it, my 5 hopes. So do you want me to say it again? Ranked rework is good, my 1. Heroes out of the battle pass, that's 2. Remove the passives, that's 3. The new heroes, they better be good, that's 4. And some sort of competitive plus, but more broadly, just experimentation. Okay, experimentation. That's the 5. And with that said, hope you have a good day. Hope you enjoy season 8, even though it's a waste of time, because it literally is a waste of time. But yeah, I'll see you next time with probably some more videos. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some other stuff. I don't know. I'll see you then. Goodbye.